speed to market is incredibly important. Customers are sometimes fickle about what they want. They want what they want, but they want it right now. And so the speed and making sure you hit that window of opportunity when that customer wants it is critically important. There clearly is a need for the network service provider to roll out many more services in a much faster kind of way. And the real challenge is, how do you do that in your network where you've rolled out, just a couple of maybe new services every year versus, many new applications that may want to rely on those capabilities that you have in your network. The number one challenge is really the business case or the business model, trying to figure out what's right for that network service provider. What's right for an incumbent, a large incumbent, is not necessarily the right thing for an MVNO or a small regional player. Where Alcatel-Lucent can help is we've identified several business models that operators can choose to implement, and what we do is we work with customers to figure out what's the right business model for them, given their strategy, given their targets around revenue, cost, and risk. What's the best model for them to implement? And then we've also added to that a set of tools to evaluate different business models, to customize business models for the customer. Why that's important is it really impacts speed to market. So today, taking a service and application to market is measured in days and weeks, not months and perhaps years. And so the service provider needs to find a way to work with the developers in a way that they can bring out many services over a year, but in a very quick, measured in days, measured in weeks kind of way. The value is that there was a set of assets that were not being monetized. They had a revenue stream from direct, subscriber-related revenue, and they had assets and capabilities, or have assets and capabilities that haven't been opened. Really what they can do is as they open those assets, they open up additional revenue streams, indirect revenue streams. So Alcatel-Lucent has gone out and engaged with application and content providers around the world, large and small, in niche markets and in broad markets, and learn from them what's most valuable to them, where their pain points are, and the things that they believe the network providers can bring: quality of service, information about the subscriber, the type of device and service that the subscriber is on, information about the subscriber's location, assets that the network provider has. You can really enhance what you're selling to the end user, because not only do you sell them the one thing that they want, but you can make inferences about what other things they might want because of the information and the data that you have about what they just purchased or what they've done in the past. The end user always gets a better experience. Sometimes they pay directly in some applications. Sometimes an advertiser, a third party, or a sponsor, or an application and content provider may be willing to pay for that because of the quality that it brings to the brand and the experience that the end user will have with their brand. The two things that the developers really want is make it simple for me and make it fast. One other key thing that is important is the relationship with the developer as far as cost goes, because a lot of these developers, maybe are a single developer or just a couple folks in the garage. They're not going to want to put out money in advance for their application. The preferred relationship that they have is a revenue share relationship. However, depending on what they do and where they are as a company, they'll look at other opportunities to compensate the network provider for enhancing that end user experience.